Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. So I wanted to talk about this new game today that's coming on May 7th. It's coming out for early access. It's called Farm Together 2, which I know is not life simulation, but it is a farming game. And I have done other videos on, games like this because I do feel like it fits into that cozy category, and a lot of simmers do like games like this. So I have been so hyped for this. I was addicted to the first Farm Together, and now Farm Together 2 is coming, and like I said, it will be in early access and it will be at a reduced price, for the remaining time of the early access, and then when it comes out, the price will be slightly higher, which is common with early access games. But this game, I've been reading all about it and I'm in the Discord server and everything, and it's gonna be very complete still. Even though it's going to be in early access, it's going to feel, like a full game that you can play. It's not going to have a bunch of missing features, but there will be some things that aren't included. Like, I believe the multiplayer will not be available yet, but it will have multiplayer. So I just wanted to show you guys the little video while I kind of started that off here. So I'm going to show you guys this over on Steam just to give you guys some more information and talk more about this. Okay, so here it is here over on Steam. They have their pictures and everything of the game. It looks very, very similar to Farm Together 1, which I'll show you guys as well if you guys don't know about Farm Together, if you don't know about the series at all. This is essentially a very hands-on farming game. If you like Stardew, if you like Fate Farm, all of those cozy games, even Disney Dreamlight Valley, which it does say here it's similar, then I think you're going to love the shit out of this game, you guys. When I tell you, this game came into my life at a time, the first one came into my life at a time when I was going through some really hard stuff, and I swear to you, it just saved my mental health during that time. Something about this game is the most comforting feeling ever. So it says here, grow your own farm all by yourself or cooperate with your friends in the long-awaited sequel to the cozy, relaxing farming experience. So you can see here, early access game, and then planned release date is May 7th, 2024. So literally just a couple days away now. And then there is some information here, like why early access, approximately how long will this game be in early access. It's going to be in early access for 6 to 12 months, which I think is a great time frame. How is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? We plan to add lots of new items and new gameplay mechanics to the game and keep adding these to the early access version as we develop them. So yes, you might be familiar with the whole early access process if you've played games before that have been in early access, but usually, updates come out, it updates gradually as you play with the early access. The early access version is also completely playable and pretty much bug-free, which is amazing. And then there was this little news article posted just with some more information. So when early access starts, it's going to be $19.99 with a temporary 10% release discount. And then there's some stuff going into customization, decoration, so avatar customization. In Farm Together 2, you can customize your avatar with plenty of things, such as changing your clothes, hair color, or even choosing which earrings to wear. Clothing and accessories will be unlocked as you level up your character, on top of potential seasonal events in the future. So I'm not sure if the seasonal events will be there right away in the early access or if they'll come gradually. You can save your outfits to presets to easily access them later, or use them in the split screen mode. Yes, we've managed to finish it before the early access release. So I believe the whole split screen mode is completely new to Farm Together. I don't recall that being in the first one, and you can see the different emotes. So talking a little about the graphics again, the graphics are very similar to the first one. So if you did play that and you really enjoyed that, it's very similar, but everything is just better looking. It kind of looks like it's been redone. The characters look a little bit older. I feel like before they looked like kids and now they look more kind of like preteen type of vibe. You can assign up to 4 emotes to greet other players or townspeople. Oh, that is another thing we have to talk about. There is going to be a whole new town. In the first Farm Together, you just had your farm, you managed your farm, all of that. You couldn't leave and go anywhere else. People could visit your farm, all of that. You could even have a farm with someone else. You can invite them and then just allow them to have all the permissions, and then you could basically just run a farm together essentially. But yeah, it was just your farm. There was nowhere else you could go. This time, there is going to be a whole town you can go to with your character, and there's going to be NPCs and everything walking around, which made me so excited. So tractor customization. So yeah, you can ride around in your tractor. You can also customize your tractor, changing the model. Only one available at the first early access version, but more coming soon. Color, antenna, and maybe more things in the future. Oh, honk. Is that like a little hint? Okay, so decorating your farm. Decorate your farm as you wish. There are lots of decoration items in the shop to give a personal touch to your farm, and even more will come over time. Roads, fences, decorative buildings, terrain types. Combine this with terraforming and you can achieve lots of different interesting layouts. So if you like Farm Together, I think you're going to love this new feature. Terraforming was not in the first version of the game, but Farm Together 2 is going to have terraforming, and this is where, well, actually, it was shown in the little video. We'll go back and look at that in a minute. So improvements from the first game. Here are some of the most interesting improvements from the first Farm Together. Body type is now managed by 3 sliders that control the silhouette, weight, and height of your avatar. So yeah, this is something completely new, which is awesome. This enables the use of all clothing no matter the body of your avatar, something that due to technical reasons wasn't completely allowed in the first game. Color variants are now grouped in a single button in shop listings. Look at these cute accessories. Look at the little earrings. Oh my gosh, adorable. This reduces the amount of clutter in the shop, and we can add more color variants while keeping the shop easy to navigate. You can place roads on hills and ramps independently. So yeah, like here's a look at some of the terraforming, and before you could not do this in the first game. You could not place roads or anything like that if it was going up like this. This looks so much better. In the first game, roads on hills were placed in a hacky way and were hard to control. In Farm Together 2, you can place them on slope tiles as long as it's a straight one, and hill ramps. We are also considering adding bigger tiles to allow for wide corners or special road types, but we're not sure yet. Okay, so yes, you do get a house in this game too. So again, like if you like Animal Crossing, I feel like you'll love this, but also Stardew and everything. It's just very different graphics from Stardew, and this game does go in real time. So for example, if you plant some pumpkins, it's going to tell you like a remaining time for those pumpkins to be able to be harvested. And you're going to have seasons and all of that. So yeah, it will snow and everything and rain. So it says here, while the housing system remains very similar to the one in the first Farm Together, there's a few changes that should improve the overall experience. So check them out. Building houses. Okay, building a house is a serious business. It will take a big amount of cash and resources, and it's done in several stages, taking some time to complete. Despite that, building a house is still faster compared to the first game, where it could take almost a week to build. Now a house could be completed within the day depending on our activity. Look at the cute house, entering the house. Once the construction is complete, we can finally go inside our house. Initially, it will be almost empty, but with time and resources, we'll be able to decorate it to our liking. We can fully customize the looks of buildings and furniture to give the house your own personal touch. From the color and style of the floor and walls, which rugs to use, or even where to put our notepad. And then jobs. Look at this. She's painting. Like, it's so fun. Like, this is so much more than just like running your own farm. Like, there is a lot of stuff to it. It's not just about decoration. Inside houses, we can perform jobs such as cooking or painting. These are tasks that take time, money, and resources, but you will reap more rewards once they're finished. When starting a job, you can choose from a list of recipes, each one with its own requirements, duration, and number of steps. So here's where, like, I just feel like this was the perfect game to talk to you guys about. Like, you know, there is some like life simulation type of stuff in it. It's not just farming. Like, I really feel like you guys will love this. Overall, jobs work the same way as they did in the first Farm Together, at least for now, with 2 changes to make them more interesting. Now quests can request for job recipes. For example, you can be asked to paint a painting or cook some food. Finishing a job will grant resources that can be used elsewhere. For example, sell them, give it to the townspeople, requesting them, etc. So yeah, you can have quests where you have to deliver things to the townspeople. With these 2 changes, we're removing the separate tickets currency as it's not needed anymore. Look how cute. So yeah, you can display your work and all that. Okay, so now some stuff about landscaping, which makes me really excited because this is such an upgrade. One of the new features in Farm Together 2 allows you to easily change the orography, I think that is, of your farm. Now you'll be able to raise or lower hills and slopes with barely any limitations. Look how cool this is. This was not a thing before. You could not like build your own land. Our goal for the landscaping tool is to make it as accessible and easy to use as possible. It will help you get nice results in no time. Look, this is the town. Okay, landscaping is unlocked by building the landscaping agency in the town. It's not cheap, but once you've done it, using it is rather affordable. And then there's going to be a drone. So once unlocked, you can select landscaping actions from the shop menu. When you select it, we'll bring up a drone to move around the farm, raising or lowering tiles remotely. Look how cool this is. So terrain height, honestly, you guys, there is so much to go into. I'm not going to read every single thing. I love how you can do this with the drone and like change the height, and you can do ramps even. There's so much customization, I feel like. And then you can enhance your farm, tractors and tools. So this is just talking a little bit about that. Like if you go with the tractor, you're going to be able to farm so much more at a time. But if you're walking, you're going to have to do like one at a time. You know what I mean? There's also going to be sprinklers, which will automatically keep flowers and crops watered all the time. Okay, and then this I really want to talk to you guys about before we wrap up this video, the town. So this is completely new, not available in the first game. This is like a huge win for me. This is game changing. Like I love the original Farm Together, but I feel like this whole thing, the town, the terraforming, I feel like it'll make me never go back to the first one and I will just be addicted to this one. So one of the big improvements of Farm Together 2 is the town. The town is a central place where you can sell your hard-earned resources for precious diamonds, chat with your fellow neighbors, and help them with some minor tasks from time to time. You can easily travel between your farm and the town at any time. And then there's going to be townspeople. Like this was not a thing before. The town is bursting with activity. Meet dozens of people eager to have a nice chat with you. As you keep leveling your farm, more people will join the town. So you'll keep meeting new faces as you play. That's so fun too. There's going to be errands that you have to run for the townspeople, and then the shops. You can build shops and stalls in the town. You'll be able to exchange the resources you harvest on your farm. There are a lot more types compared to the first game. For diamonds that can be used to purchase decorations and new buildings in your farm and house. Shops have a selling capacity that recovers over time. So that's really cool. And then it's going into some features. So here's like another shop. You can unlock specific features such as the tractor by building special shops in the town. These features may also be upgraded. So yeah, and then it's going into some harvestable items, which I'm not really going to go too much into. They're like trees, animals. Yes, you can have all the farm animals, like a lot, you guys. My farm in the first Farm Together, the amount of animals that I had and the amount of animals I could unlock. I don't know how many animals will be available in the early access. I don't know. There's also the option to have a pet, but I don't know if that will be available right away, but it will be coming. So yeah, you'll have to feed your farm animals and everything. You're going to be able to have ponds and they'll have fishes in them and everything like that. Flowers, you can make flower gardens. And yeah, this is just so exciting, you guys. There is some information here, early access, kind of like Q&A. There will be a roadmap after the game launches for early access, so that's really great. And then, okay, so yes, the seasonal events and stuff like that will not be available right away with early access, but it is going to be coming. And then yes, the terraforming, visiting the town, all that will be available right away with early access. And then it does let you know the features that are not there yet. So the features that are still missing with early access, but will be coming. They do plan to add them during the early access development, which is farmhands, pets, endgame, upgrade/buildings, multiplayer boost, and events. So it says multiplayer boost. I'm not exactly sure what that means. So maybe multiplayer will be available, but I don't know what they mean by boost. I don't know if that means multiplayer won't be there yet right away and then come later, because I know it will have multiplayer. I just don't know if it'll be available immediately. If anyone knows what boost would be implying, if that just means it's not going to be there straight away or just something about multiplayer won't be there straight away, I'm not sure. And then things they plan to add is rideable horses, NPCs visiting your farm, tools to offer more fine-grained control over what can be done by visitors on specific parts of your farm, mini games of some sort. That will be cool. new types of items with the new gameplay mechanics, and then town customization. So anyways, you guys, oh, look at this, you guys. Will it feature split screen? So the split screen thing, yes, split screen coupe will be available. And unlike the first game, you'll be able to play in split screen on online farms as well. It also works on the Steam Deck. So yeah, I keep seeing more stuff that I like want to go over with you guys, but I'm just excited. And if this sounds like something you would enjoy, definitely go ahead and wishlist it on Steam. The company did not reach out to me or anything like that. I'm just in love with the Farm Together series. And I feel like this game is very underrated. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't know about this. I remember I streamed it before. When I used to stream, I streamed it a couple times, and a lot of people were like, I've never heard of this before. What is this game? And like, people were interested. I've also played it over on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you may have seen that. But yeah, I just feel like this game deserves so much more hype than it gets. It is so good. Like, I was full blown addicted to this. And I will be again once this releases. May 7th can't come soon enough, but with that said, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'll link it down below, of course, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!